people of Pompeii went to sleep expecting tomorrow. Tomorrow never came. Families gathered for breakfast. Merchants opened their shops. Children ran through the streets. Bakers pulled fresh bread from their ovens. The city was alive, loud, and full of everyday life. Then, the mountain exploded. Within hours, thousands of people were trapped beneath a deadly cloud of ash and volcanic gas. Homes disappeared. Streets vanished. An entire city was erased from the map. For nearly 1,700 years, the world forgot it had ever existed. A prosperous Roman city. Long before disaster struck, Pompeii was one of the Roman Empire's most prosperous cities. Located near the Bay of Naples in southern Italy, it was home to around 10,000 to 20,000 people. Wealthy merchants, skilled craftsmen, politicians, sailors, enslaved workers, and farmers all lived within its walls. The streets were lined with elegant homes decorated with colorful frescoes and intricate mosaics. Markets overflowed with olives, wine, bread, fish, and imported goods from across the Mediterranean. Public baths served as places to relax and socialize. Temples honored Roman gods. Amphitheaters hosted thrilling gladiator games that attracted cheering crowds. To its residents, Pompeii represented comfort, success, and stability. Towering over the city stood Mount Vesuvius. Today, we recognize it as one of the world's most dangerous volcanoes. But in the 1st century AD, many people didn't fully understand the threat it posed. The mountain had remained quiet for generations, and most residents believed it was simply part of the landscape. That assumption would prove catastrophic. Warning signs. Years before the eruption, strange events began to occur. In AD 62, a powerful earthquake struck Pompeii, damaging homes, temples, and public buildings. Repairs continued for years, and even 17 years later, some structures were still under reconstruction. Smaller earthquakes followed. Wells behaved strangely. Animals reportedly became restless. To modern scientists, these are recognized as possible warning signs of volcanic activity. But to the people of Pompeii, earthquakes were relatively common in the region. Life continued, markets reopened, buildings were repaired, families carried on with their daily routines. No one imagined that something far worse was coming. The deadliest moment. Then came the moment no one could escape. Without warning, massive clouds of superheated gas, volcanic ash, and shattered rock surged down the slopes of Mount Vesuvius. These deadly avalanches, known today as pyroclastic flows, raced across the landscape at incredible speed, far faster than anyone could outrun. Everything in their path vanished. Homes were swallowed. Streets disappeared beneath thick layers of ash. Ancient trees snapped like twigs. Entire neighborhoods were buried within minutes. Those who had stayed behind, hoping the danger had passed, had almost no chance of survival. The thriving city that had been filled with merchants, families, laughter, and busy markets only hours earlier fell completely silent. In a matter of moments, one of the Roman Empire's most prosperous cities was gone. Pompeii had disappeared beneath meters of volcanic ash and debris. It seemed as if nature had erased an entire civilization from the face of the earth. Lost to history. The city was gone. Year after year, nature slowly reclaimed the land. Grass covered the rooftops. Trees took root above buried homes. The roads vanished beneath layers of hardened ash. Maps no longer showed where Pompeii had once stood. New towns rose nearby, while the memory of the city faded into legend. For nearly 1,700 years, countless people unknowingly walked above its buried streets, completely unaware that an entire Roman city lay frozen beneath their feet. It was as if time itself had locked Pompeii away, until one extraordinary discovery changed everything.